Hi, friends. It is Winning Wednesday again. And this is Sonia
Jeannie, hello everyone.
and we have missed you guys over the we took last week off because I was traveling and it was a holiday weekend and it was kind of crazy. So it's amazing. You miss 1 week and you feel like you're so out of touch with everybody. But we are back with a really awesome topic today. And I'm so excited to share this goodness with you, the best kept anti aging secret for women over 40. So if you're not a woman over 40, you might want to scroll on by. Although, if I would have known about this secret before I turned 40, it would have been a game changer. So I'm going to renege what I just said. Keep watching because it'll help you as you get into your 40s and beyond. So if you guys are here live with us, go ahead and say hello. We're live on several different platforms. So let us know where you're watching from, what time you're catching this. We want to make sure we're bringing you the best content at the best time of day. So let us know where you are and don't be in the witness protection program. And if you guys are here on the replay, go ahead and drop replay down below. All right, so let's get into the goods. Let's spill the beans eventually. We'll talk about that number one anti-aging secret for women over 40. So let me ask you this, Jeannie. When you got into your 40s, what are some of the things that you noticed were changing in your body?
Well, you know what? I didn't really notice a lot. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't notice a lot going into my 40s. I was still doing CrossFit, uh, I started to notice as was going into my 50s.
Okay.
So for me, going into my 40s, I didn't notice much of a difference. And it was when I started getting into the late 40s and going into the 50s, that's when I started to see the change happening. And it was pretty drastic. So it wasn't like this, gradual thing that, I noticed like, and I will say, I noticed some changes in maybe mood, things that you kind of think, oh, I'm just stressed because, I've got a lot going on and the kids. But then you think back and it's like, no, 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 no. That type of mood change has more to do with perimenopause than the stress going on, in the moment. Because when you look back, if you look back at your, 20s and 30s, how you are with your mood at that point, and you compare it to maybe when you're in your 40s, you'll notice there's a big difference. And for me, it was 0 to 10. Any little thing would irritate the heck out of me. And when I was in my 20s and 30s, it was not like that. So definitely a huge difference. I would say mood is number one.
Mm.
That I would say that I noticed that. But other than that, like physical changes, I didn't notice anything. I was still in great shape in my in my 40s.
You're in great shape now. Let's just be real. Okay, so for you, it's like late 40s, and I think everyone kind of notice these things at different rates. But I know that I've been in the online business space for 16 years, and so I spent a lot of time on social media. And so for me, it was like I would start to see, I'd take do videos, and videos were a big one. Like I'd do videos, and all of a sudden I'd rewatch my video, and I'd be like, "Who is that?" And I noticed a lot more fine lines and wrinkles on my face. I noticed that my skin was getting really dry. And so I kept running out and looking for the, next best moisturizer, or, you know, thinking that there was some magic serum or potion that was going to solve my problem. So I noticed a lot of visual changes in my face. I noticed my hair started thinning, and that got worse, as I progressed through my 40s. And then obviously I got diagnosed with mold toxicity and I started losing clumps of hair. And that's a more recent thing over the last couple of years. I also noticed that my nails started to get really brittle. They would just peel. And I'm like, what on earth? I've always prided myself on eating really healthy, much like Eugenie. I've always exercised. I'm a former fitness competitor. I've done CrossFit. I've done all the things in the fitness world. So it was like nothing had really changed there because, much like you, I was still doing all those things. I also noticed that I would go down to squat or do other things in my workouts, and all of a sudden my knees would go creak, creak, creak. So if you guys have creaky knees and you're starting to notice them more, drop creaky knees in the comments because it's a real thing. I joke with my other half because we have a pretty large house and I would hear him coming up the stairs. So I always knew when he was coming because his knees would creak. Well, now that he's been using this best kept secret that we're going to talk about, I don't hear him creaking anymore. So I don't know he's coming. And so it's easier for him to like walk up behind me and scare me. I don't know who's there. And so I noticed, a lot of that. I noticed also some mood stuff as well, more like mood roller coaster ride, like my hormones felt like they were all over the place. And truly, as I got them tested, I found out they were. They were first all over the place and then they were like flatlined. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But it's a really real thing. Your body starts to change when you're done having kids. You start getting into perimenopause, or even if you're not quite in perimenopause, your your hormones are changing very gradually. That, like Jeannie said, sometimes, in the past, you would just like things would just slough right off. You wouldn't really think about all of the emotion that came around with making a decision or there's like some stressful thing happening. And all of a sudden it's like your body is in chaos, or, you're spending a lot more money on your skincare all of a sudden. Like so many things are changing and oftentimes it's gradual. So we don't realize it. And I remember, and I don't know about you, Jeannie, but I spent so much money on trying every possible skincare product under the sun, every possible supplement to help with my creaky joints. I mean, so much money. And at one point, I had like 30 bottles of supplement pills on my counter.
Oh my God. Wow.
It's kind of an embarrassing thought.
Oh, geez.
But it's a very real thing. So I guess the reason that we decided to talk about this topic today is because realizing that women begin to change, and it's different for everyone, begin to change in their 40s. It doesn't matter, you may feel great, but you cannot fight the forces of aging in the sense that your body's going to change, whether you want it to or not. So what we're here to do is share different tools and tips and tricks that will help you navigate this new life in your 40s and beyond. And so tell us, Jeannie, what is that magical, best kept anti-aging secret for women over 40? If we had to pick one thing, what would that be?
A clinical grade collagen. And that's exactly what I would go to. I wish I knew about it earlier, like you said, before I hit my 40s. Gosh, I mean, I think we would have just flown through our 40s without the creaky knees and the
The wrinkles.
fine lines and, all the things. So yeah, I would go with a clinical grade collagen.
Yes. And, there's actually a lot of reason behind that. So people, when they think about collagen, they think, oh, I just want to look younger. So, and yes, it will, I guarantee you, it will make you look younger. I've been able to take 10 years plus off of my face, and I've never done Botox, fillers, cosmetic procedures. I rarely even get facials. I got my first facial on my birthday in like, I don't even know how many years, too many to count. Not because I don't think they're beautiful and wonderful. I just don't take the time to do it. It's more of a time investment. Now I'm like, I kind of deserve it, right?
Mhm.
And I know you get facials and stuff too, but have you ever done any of the cosmetic procedures at all?
No, never.
I mean, look at her
I
skin.
refuse. Yeah,
I mean, your skin looks amazing. Your hair is
thank
like
you.
a 25-year-old.
Well, you too. You're glowing.
So it's a very real thing. And so collagen is something that, a lot of times women, I had a woman reach out to me yesterday and she's like, I got to research collagen. And I was like, let me stop you for a second. I spent years researching collagen. Let me help you. So here's what it's important to know. And, they are not all created equal. I tried for 5 years every powdered collagen, collagen in a pill, other liquid collagens, marine collagen, bovine, multi, you name it. If it had the word collagen on it, I tried it.
Mhm.
And I will tell you that other than making maybe a great protein shake, and it is a good protein source, I had zero results. Zero. My joints still creaked. I still had wrinkles on my face. It was like, well, what is this? Does this really work?
Mm.
And it was then that I did a lot of research and understood why it didn't work. And we'll talk about that momentarily because they are not all created equal. Have you used other collagens in the past?
No, never.
Oh,
This is my
wow.
yeah, and so, like, I'm the opposite of you. I didn't have, like, a lot of bottles of pills. Honestly, like, I didn't take anything. I was, like, anti-supplement, nutrition's gonna do it all for me type
Mm,
of thinking, and then I started to see, changes, the bloating and the redness in my face and, the acne, and at that point, you're like, "I need help."
all right.
Nutrition's not helping me anymore alone, like, I needed additional help, and that's when, and actually you told me about the collagen because you were already using it,
Mhm.
and I said, "You know what? Because I knew you and I knew your credentials, I jumped right on it." That was the first supplement I ever started taking. Well, aside from other things you suggested, this was the first collagen I ever took.
Mm, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and as a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and certified diabetes educator, anyone that knows me knows that it takes a whole lot for me to stand behind any nutritional supplement. I
Mhm.
mean, I am the toughest sell. So if you're out there trying to sell something, you got to push that gas pedal hard when it comes to me believing in what you're selling. I don't believe in snake oil. I will never represent or promote anything that has not transformed me from head to toe and anything I am not so deeply in love with. Because
Mhm.
if it's changed me, I have an obligation to help Jeannie. I have an obligation to help anyone that wants to receive the help. And
Right.
so, what I discovered in this years of research that I did, as well as trial and error and talking to others in the health profession, was that not all collagen was created equal. But the reason that our bodies need collagen is because when you get into your 40s and beyond, your levels of estrogen start doing this. And then eventually they go like this when you get into, the menopausal years. And so estrogen is the motor for collagen production. So when your estrogen is on the decline, so is your collagen. And that's why all these things that we've been talking about, and it goes beyond hair, skin, nails, and joints, even. We're talking about the health of your gut lining. We also think about the health of your soft tissue. So your muscles, your ligaments, your tendons, your eyes, and your gums. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. So it is incredibly important. And if we're losing it as we age, that's why we see a lot of these visible signs of aging. And the visible ones are the ones that come first because you look in the mirror, you look at yourself on a video, and you're like, who is that? Right.
Mhm.
But then the other stuff internally starts to happen. I started having more gut problems, and it wasn't my diet. My diet's always been very healthy. But, it's like all these things started to happen gradually. So I found a bioidentical formula. And bioidentical, if you think about it, you hear about bioidentical when it comes to hormones. But bioidentical collagen simply is a source of collagen that mirrors what the human body produced abundantly when we were much younger. So it's as close to self as you're going to find. And that was the difference maker in this one anti aging secret that we're going to share with you. The difference maker is our bodies recognize it as self. And that
Mhm.
is what makes it unique. So that's what makes it cost a little bit more. That's what makes it backed by science and 37 clinical trials. So when I saw that, the dietitian in me was like, all right, I'm all ears. 37
Mhm.
clinical trials that prove it does what we say it does. So this is not my opinion. This
Mhm.
is science.
Yeah.
I know that's important to you as well too, the
Yeah,
science piece of it.
absolutely. Because 'cause I'm a skeptic by nature.
Mhm.
When you told me about that, I was blown away. Like, this is not just, over the counter, stuff that you go to the grocery store and you buy. This is like that's why I say clinical grade because, it's in PubMed, in the studies.
Mhm.
And so that blew me away, and then The other part of it is, okay, let me try it and see if it works for me. Why not, right? And I will say within 30 days, I started to see results.
Yeah,
That's how incredible and how powerful it is. Once you take 2 tablespoons a day, you'll start to see results. And
100%.
now it's not a transformation in 30 days. You start seeing results and you have to continue using it because remember, your body is not producing the estrogen needed because we're like over 40, right? And estrogen, like Sonia said, drives um the collagen, right? And it's the collagen production. The thing with collagen is it's everywhere, like she said, hair, nails, skin, but also our gut health. And estrogen is like doing the opposite. So we have to take collagen. I think it's absolutely needed past 40, and as we get into menopause, within the first 5 years, we lose collagen at 30%. There's a 30% loss rate of collagen. So absolutely needed. I think that this is like, if you're going to take one thing, it should be a collagen.
Mhm. 100%. And, the other thing I love about it too is it's not just collagen.
Yeah.
Collagen works best when it's combined with a few other things.
Mhm.
Hyaluronic acid, which is responsible for hydration, not just in your skin, but within your entire body, lubrication, think of it that way. Chondroitin sulfate, which is why people get such great results from their joints and their soft tissue. It's not like taking a chondroitin sulfate pill that your body is probably not even absorbing, because things in a pill form, as I always tell my clients, it's not what you take that matters, it's what your body absorbs. Most things in a pill form, unless you've got a really special capsule, are very poorly absorbed because it has to survive the gastric juices, and only a certain percentage of that is going to be absorbed, about 30% in powdered collagen, which is very low. And that's why you have to take such large volumes of it to create any results. Whereas I can take, 2 tablespoons a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, of a bioidentical formula, and everything transforms. Within the first 28 days, you see a 6,000%, and that is not a typo. That is not an extra zero or two, a 6,000% increase in the hydration in your skin. And also, not just your face, but all within your body, right?
Mhm.
And think about your gut lining as the skin within. So, what's good for hydrating the outside is also going to hydrate the inside. It's actually very therapeutic for the health of your gut lining. And as we get older, our guts become more permeable, and so this is just an insurance policy that helps to keep your gut lining very, very nice and smooth. Because when you start developing leaky gut and all kinds of problems, your gut is the epicenter for your immune system. If you have gut problems that don't go away, you are, pardon my French, screwed.
Yeah.
So it's incredibly, incredibly important. And then what I also love about this bioidentical collagen is there are multiple different formulas. So the first thing I ask people is, what is your top 3 anti-aging goals? Is it your joints? Is it your hair? Is it your skin? Do you have fine lines and wrinkles? Do you have gut problems? Do you have menopausal problems? Like, what are your issues, right? And I know you do the same, Jeannie. And
Mhm. Mhm.
talk to me about some of the differences in the formulas, and, how you select one and how you help others select one.
Yeah, so we have one of my favorites besides the beauty. Beauty is the top. So beauty,
Beauty
yeah,
makes you beautiful. I've got a
it,
glare
it used to be called skin, hair, and nails. They changed it to beauty,
here. Yes.
but it's exactly that, skin, hair, nails. Now, just so you know, like they're all beneficial for your body, like overall, but there's a little bit more of something that helps with your specific goals. So, for example, the immune is great. I like to take it like late fall into winter, and that is great for your immune system. Immune. So it's really good. And there's oh, I forgot what's in there. What's the ingredient that's in there?
The immune, so it has it has additional vitamin C, it has additional zinc, and it has elderberry.
Yeah,
And
there we go.
the blend of superfoods that
Mhm.
are synergistic in supporting your immune system.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so it does still help with hair, skin, nails, joints, gut,
Mhm.
etc. It just has a little bit of extra goodies for
Mhm.
immune health. So I think you're
Yeah.
spot on with taking it,
Yes.
in those colder months.
Yeah, and then you have some people that are very athletic, and they take sport,
Mhm. My
because
other
sport
half. That's
yeah,
the
it's
difference.
gonna target more of your joints, so
Mhm.
that you can do more of those sports that you like to do.
So this is the one that I no longer hear him creaking up the stairs because he takes this. This actually has branched chain amino acids added to it as well, so it's really good for someone that's very athletic, and I don't mean just an athlete, but someone that does a lot of hardcore working out. But
Mhm.
here's the other thing, as we get into our 40s and beyond, amino acids become very, very important, especially branched chain amino acids. Most people do not get enough protein. And as we get into our 40s and beyond, one of the most important things you can do is have additional protein and amino acids to maintain lean body mass. So, another way you can get some additional branched chain amino acids. So, I love the sport formula as well. And then we have the life
Life
formula. Mhm.
mhm,
Do
which
you
is
use the life?
overall, you don't have, like, specific goals, you just want everything, then
Yep.
I would say life.
Yeah, life is, as I always tell people, it's the most comprehensive in
Yeah.
terms of, you just sort of want that overall health. But it is
Mhm.
also very packed with anti-inflammatories. So if you're person that's inflamed or has a lot of joint issues, the life is a great formula for you. And then we also have our pure formula. So there are people that have allergies to fruit extracts and or they follow a keto diet. I mean, this only has like 2 grams of carbs, but there are some purists who do not even want 1 gram of carbs, or they, more commonly in this situation would use it because they do have allergies to fruit extracts like strawberry or pomegranate or things like that. So we have our pure formula that is just the basic matrix of collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate. Nothing else added to it. Whereas this beauty formula, for example, so if
Mhm.
hair, skin, and nails is your goal, this beauty formula also has biotin, pea sprouts, and bamboo, which are really great for keratin production, which
Mhm.
keratin is the most common protein in your hair and in your nails. And it
Mhm.
also has ceramides and additional superfoods that are really therapeutic for anti-aging. So if you want to like not have to do Botox or
Mhm.
fillers or any of those things, this is your formula. It is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. So why
Mm.
are we I just want to kind of bring this full circle and say this. Why are we calling this the best kept anti-aging secret for women over 40? I'm going to go back to something I said just a moment ago, and that was I had like 30 bottles of supplements on my counter. Most of them I probably was not absorbing anyway. But when you think about the number of things that one supplement can do, supports anti-aging, the visible things, hair, skin, nails,
Mhm.
okay? Gut health, immune support, soft tissue health, gum health, eye health, gut health. Did I forget
Joints.
any? Joints? Yeah.
Mhm.
So when you think about it that way, one supplement, one, goodbye, 30 bottles, one
Mhm.
supplement takes care of a lot of different things. And you
Yep.
just happen to get glowy skin in the process. I'm just saying.
Truly.
So we are super passionate about it. I think it's literally the most revolutionary supplement I've ever worked with, and I've been doing this a long time. It is the one thing I will get out of bed for if I forget to take it. And I will tell you, I have a very large customer base, and it is the most reordered supplement. And I share a lot of supplements in my world. It is the most reordered supplement I have ever seen, like ridiculously high reorder rate.
Yeah.
And that just speaks to the results that people are getting. But when you have something that is a clinical grade formula that does so many things, people don't always understand what it's doing or why it's working. They just know they feel incredible. And they all of a sudden look in the mirror and they're like, wow, like, look at me.
Yeah.
So the beauty is a side effect of doing good things. All you're really doing, just so you understand the difference here, is when you use a bioidentical formula, it's a lot like bioidentical hormone replacement. You're giving the body that small amount that it's no longer producing to make it operate like it did years ago. And that is really an anti-aging biohack.
Yep.
We're giving people life back into their life again because they're able to do things that they were able to do 10, 15 years ago, right? Or they feel good about themselves. And, when you look in the mirror and you see that your skin is glowing and you look amazing, that helps your confidence and that helps your health. That helps everything, right?
Yep.
You look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I don't like what I'm seeing. I feel depressed. You start eating more. You do
Mhm.
things that are not so healthy and you feel crappy about yourself. So it's really about making you feel good, but also knowing that you're doing some amazing things for the inside of your body. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm so in
Yeah.
love, and it's been 3.5 years of using this product, and I
Mhm.
will never go a day without. This will be like my holy grail the rest of my life. I love skincare. I love skincare tools. I love, the world of anti-aging, but this is my holy grail, and I will
Mhm.
take it with me for the rest of my life. So, if you guys would like any more details on any of the formulas that we talked about, we do also have a formula. I guess let me give honorable mention to our fat loss formula as well, Trim. It has the collagen matrix in it, but it is a little bit more geared toward weight loss. And so a lot of times people will take the combination of the two. And I love that you can work on so many goals at one time
Me
rather than
too.
just your skin or just your joints. It's
Yeah.
all of the above. So when
Mhm.
people say it costs a little more, yeah, but look what you're getting.
Yes.
It's not just replacing the Walmart collagen that you tried to use and did nothing. It is
Mhm.
a clinical grade anti-aging product. I cannot say enough good things about. And we get asked all the time to kind of get into the granular details about the product. So that's what we wanted to do today. So if
Yeah.
you guys want the details, go ahead and drop product in the comments below and or send either of us a message if you're in the witness protection program and do not want to say anything. Send us a message. Our DMs are always open. So Jeannie, anything else you wanted to add?
That is pretty much it. Like we said, if you're looking for something specific, this is an all-in-one, and it should be your first thing to grab it once you're reaching your 40s or before.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, thanks for being with us today, everyone. We'll see you guys next week and talk to you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Oh, last but not least, I wanted to let you guys know that if you have others in your life that you would like to share this broadcast with, go ahead and hit the share button because we are live in public places. And also, too, I should mention this is always important because we want to make sure to give back to you that if you would like to try any of the collagen formulas we mentioned, we do have a very special $25 off deal for you, but you have to contact one of us or let us know that you're
Yeah.
interested. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back with you live soon. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.